Welcome back, everyone, to Redneck Paranormalist. This is not an interesting video, but this is a video about equipment rundown. So sit back, relax, get your popcorn ready as well. And yeah, we're gonna get into it. But first of all, first things first. W. I have sponsor W.GG. Redneck Paranormalist 51. Yeah, Redneck Paranormalist 51. Link is in my bio, and it's gonna be in the description of this video as well. Not the live, but in the video, there will be a link. But yeah, and for those of you on the live, this video will be released within a week or two. So you can, if you want to go back and watch it, you could just hop on over to my main channel and go ahead and go watch it. Alright, but other than that, we're going to go ahead and get into it. First thing we're going to start with is, oh wait a minute, I forgot something. US Ghost Adventures. Link will also be in my bio and in the description of this video as well. So go check them out. They're amazing. They got amazing equipment, amazing tours, overnight stays, everything. They even got their own merch. So that is amazing. So go over there, check them out, buy some merch, buy equipment, do a hauntingly awesome tour or overnight stay. I don't know, whatever floats your boat. Alright, but other than that, we're going to get into it with the most simplest, in my opinion, equipment. The most simplest piece of equipment that I believe every paranormal investigator should start off with is an EMF reader. So, EMF reader, pretty basic, electromagnetic frequency detector or reader, whatever you want to call it. Some people call it a K2 meter or K2 reader. But basically what it does is it detects electromagnetic frequencies. Like, where's my phone? I don't got my phone on me. But, for example, if you, I got an example on me, but anywho, it's pretty self-explanatory. You get, if it basically detects electromagnetic frequencies. Let's do this. I got a light right here. I don't know if it's gonna go off or not. Yeah, it's going off a little bit, but not enough. But still, it detects electromagnetic frequencies. So when there's nothing around to make it go off, we take that as a ball of electromagnetic frequency energy, or a spirit orb, or an apparition, or whatever. We'll walk up to this, make the green light either go from green and just stay green, or go all the way to red. And if it stays at red, that means it's really close, like it's holding on to it basically. Alright. Second most simplest piece of equipment, I think as well. You got your simple pieces of equipment, and then you got your higher levels of equipment. But first, we're starting off with the EMF reader, detectors, whatever. What up, Vision Vibes? Welcome. We're gonna start with EMF readers or EMF detectors, such as REM pods, regular EMF detectors, EMF ropes, and then we're gonna work our way up to voice recording, such as EVP recorders, and then the spirit box, and then images like thermal imaging and night vision and stuff like that. So we just did the electromagnetic frequency detector or EMF reader. Now we're going to move on to the tripwire, the EMF tripwire. This is something I've always wanted. It's really cool. It's about 12 feet in length. It's got little beads on it. Like here, I'll show you. It's got little beads on it. I didn't put it away properly last time, but yeah, it's got little beads on it. Basically the same thing as an EMF reader, but in a rope form or tripwire form, whatever you want to call it. And it's pretty cool. Like, you got your little battery box, you got the actual EMF beads, and they light up like so, like a Christmas tree. But they start off as purple, so they're not like the EMF reader. They start off as purple, and then they go down the rainbow through green, blue, orange, yellow, all that jazz. And it's really cool. I like to use it. But yeah, that is the second EMF detection device that I like to use. It's the second level up from EMF reader, because if you don't use the EMF rope properly, then you could get inaccurate readings. Like, let's say you put the EMF rope on, like, let's say you put it next to a wall, which is something you shouldn't do, but because in a wall, if it's not a thick enough wall and there's cables on the other side, the EMF rope or EMF detector will detect those cables on the other side, giving you inaccurate readings. Same thing for if you're in a hallway and let's say the Wi-Fi router is right there. And you set the EMF rope down and you're like, oh, it's no biggie, it's not gonna detect it. No, it will. We had the same experience when we were doing an investigation somewhere, I forget where, but we were doing an investigation. We had the EMF reader in our hand, and as we were using it to do questions and stuff and try to get names and everything, we had it and it was just staying at red, or like blinking red or whatever. Like, it wasn't solid red, but it was on red. Then we're moving it around and then it goes dark. Then we move it back, it goes red, and so on. Then we're like, what if it's the Wi-Fi router? We put it up against the Wi-Fi router and we're like, oh, it's just that. And if the Wi-Fi router has cables all around the room or hallway, then you can get inaccurate readings from that as well. Because a Wi-Fi router is a strong amount of electromagnetic frequencies to the point that it can actually mess with your equipment and give you inaccurate readings, which, yeah. Everywhere that I've been, I've never had that, except for like 1 or 2 times. Other than that, I've never had inaccurate readings wherever I go. That was the second thing from electromagnetic frequency detector thingy, whatever. Now we're going to move on to the third device that I have that detects electromagnetic frequencies. Well, it detects them, but it's more of like a barrier around it. It's the REM pod. Right here, the REM pod. So basically it has this long antenna that comes out from it. I'm not going to get it out and set it up and everything, but I will turn it on. It lights up different colors, and as something gets close to where the antenna would be, it lights up different colors. Like, it starts with green, goes to yellow, blue, and then blinking red. Other than that, that is basically how an REM pod works. It's just like a barrier thing. That's all it is. And usually there is an antenna that would stick out from it, but I don't want to get it out. I really don't. I'm being lazy today. And I don't think I have any other, what is it? EMF detecting devices. REM pods also detect temperature though. That is something. But yeah. Next we're gonna go ahead and move on to, what did I say was next? Voice recordings? Yeah, voice recording. So the first lineup in the voice recordings, easiest thing in the voice recording section of equipment is the EVP recorders. Electric voice phenomenon is the long version. And basically what this does, it has a super strong microphone inside. And voices that aren't, that humans can't hear to the naked ear, paranormal investigators use a thing called a EVP recorder, because these will pick up. Where are you from and who are you? I am from somewhere, and I am talking to a camera. But an EVP recorder is basically, it has a strong microphone on the inside and picks up voices that no regular human can hear at the time of recording. So let's say, for instance, you're sitting in a room that has a lot of trauma and a lot of negativity in it. And you're just sitting there, you're asking questions, and you don't hear anything. But if you have an EVP recorder next to you and it's recording, and you go back over that recording, and you hear voices that didn't come through before, that is an electric voice phenomenon. Anyway, but yeah, that's an EVP recorder. Next thing that we're going to go over that deals with voices in electric voice phenomenon is a spirit box. I got 2 of these. I got 3 EMF readers. Spirit box. Spirit box essentially is a box. You turn it on. You got that static noise that comes through at first. So what that static noise is, it's basically a radio frequency. And the radio frequencies don't actually start cycling until you hold down the sweep button, and then it starts doing that. And at this fast rate of radio frequencies going, like, sweeping through the device, voices and words that shouldn't be coming through are coming through. And sometimes you get full sentences, you get names, you get a lot of stuff, and sometimes you just get a radio station. Like that. You get a word like that. That is incomprehensible, and I didn't understand it, but it sounded like housing. I don't know. But most of the time, you don't get actual radio stations. You just get static like this. And it's just cycling through different radio stations. And at that speed, I already said this, but voices that are coming through shouldn't be coming through. But yet they are. Next, that was just 2 things for... Oh yeah! And sometimes if you have a really strong microphone on your camera, like I do right now, if you have a really strong microphone on your camera, you can actually pick up voices via the camera instead of an actual EVP recorder. And if you do pick up voices through the actual camera, that means it was a really strong and powerful spirit, strong enough to get its voice heard over the camera. It's basically the same thing as an EVP. It is an EVP. Next, imaging and different cameras that I use. Mind you, this is just an equipment rundown of everything that I use personally, and I'm just going from easiest to hardest in each section. Like, now we're gonna move on to cameras and imaging everything, like thermal imaging, night vision, stuff like that. I don't have an SLS camera, sadly, but I do plan on getting one. They're just a lot of money. Easiest thing to find things, like, oh, it's not working, but blacklight. That's missing. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Blacklight. A blacklight is essentially a purple light that can find things. Like, let's say there was rituals going on and whoever was there cleaned it up, but there's still residual signs on the floor, but you can't really see it. That's when you get the black light, shine it over those signs, and then you can see the full thing. I've used it several times, and I found blood on several doors, floors, walls, everything. If you want to see that, go to check out Halloween Special Part 1, because that's where we actually show it, I believe. So, yeah. That was the blacklight first step into actually seeing stuff that you cannot see to the normal human eye. Next will be my tablet, actually, that I'm using to film on right now for the live. My tablet was my first actual camera that I used for filming YouTube and different videos and everything. That's when I first started filming. But then I went back home, got my GoPro, which I have right here. At first, it was just my GoPro, and then eventually I got this light, which is bright. Man, it's really bright. But this GoPro actually picked up a lot of EVPs without this microphone that I have attached to it right here, which is really cool. I've used it in many different things. This wasn't the original tripod that I had with it. The original one actually broke, so that's why I got this one, which is even better because it extends and everything. It's really cool. It's a tripod. Just a normal tripod, but it's more fancy and sophisticated, and it works better than my other one. And I hope it's got a charge. Nope, it don't got a charge. But basically, it's amazing for filming at night, kind of. Because when I used it to film at night, I still got spirit orbs and everything that came through. But not as many as I get with night vision, which is the next thing. Night vision camera. Or the camera that I'm using to film this video on. So, cool thing about it is it's got night vision, regular camera, and picture camera. And this is the third camera that I've used for filming. My best camera, my favorite camera, I've named it Phantasma. That's what I named my camera. Because it's phantom or ghost in Spanish. But you just press a little button on the back, boom, you got yourself some night vision. Really cool, I love it, very simple, but the most complicated camera to use when I first got it. Because I had to actually go in, set up everything, and that took almost 2 days to actually set up everything to my specifications that I needed. But other than that, that is all of the cameras that I currently own for doing my videos. And that is not the last thing for actual imaging imaging camera that we can use to find things or apparitions or spirits or whatever. We have this cool thing called a thermal camera for that. Or SLS. SLS is basically a very complicated thermal camera. It uses infrared, thermal, everything. And it's basically a full spectrum camera with SLS, and it's really freaking cool. But we got ourselves thermal camera. It's really cool. Thermal camera. You've seen it in several of my videos, but yeah, it's very small, very compact, pocket size even, and it's really freaking cool. Like, let me try to get a close up here. Really cool. It's thermal imaging. If it will focus. There we go. But yeah, it is very small, compact, easy to use. I've used it in several investigations. I still use it today. I'm actually going to use it in one of my future investigations that's coming up. It's going to be for my 100 subscribers video. You guys will see that video in about a month or so. and it's gonna be part 1 of I don't know how many. So you're just gonna have to stay tuned and see what it is and figure it out when the time comes. And we also got the Redneck Paranormalist, the Possession film, coming out soon. I know you guys are excited for it, but I'm still working on the tiny details, trying to get other camera footage from other people that were there to film it with me. Once I get all of that, it'll be ready and set to go for upload to the channel. Once that is uploaded, that basically that's going to be probably the 3rd or 4th video that I upload for this season of Redneck Paranormal. So, yeah. And all those fancy places that I was going to go to about traveling through different states and everything, that's on hold right now because a lot of things happen, so a lot of stuff is on hold until further notice. But other than that, we are basically set and ready to go for everything else. But yeah, I think I went over everything. Cat balls, I forgot about the cat balls. So this deals with a little bit of motion and a little bit of imaging. Because you got yourself the motion sensor cat balls. I'm moving it around so it's gonna keep lining up. But usually it would look like this when you first set it down after turning it on and you first set it down. And when something touches it or moves it, it lights up. It lights up for about 10 to 15 seconds. I've had it gone off several times. It's gone off several times during my investigations. One of them at the haunted, twice actually at the haunted playground. One of them I had to put into super slow-mo basically. But yeah, I've got 4 of them now, because 2 of them actually broke. And I've got 4. Yeah, people, sometimes during my work, I like to bring my ghost hunting stuff because sometimes I have to work late. And I like to bring it and people are like, oh, let me see, let me eat it. And they would pick up the cat ball. And then they would accidentally drop it. That was 2. I mean, the motion sensor cat balls are pretty freaking cheap. Like, they're $10 for a pack of 5. So, they're cheap. So I didn't really care. But it is my equipment. So I did care, but I didn't care. But other than that, that's all I got equipment-wise. I'm still growing my equipment, slowly but surely. I'm going to have to get another case, a 3rd case for everything. Because my 2nd case is full. My 1st case is also full. And I'm going to need a 3rd case for more equipment. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. But other than that, I will catch you guys in the next investigation. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.